Let's go ahead and get to JD Vance putting Donald Trump in a home. I do believe that that AI can cure cancer. I tell you, I believe that human beings are close to being able to do it. There's plenty of medications out there right now that are way more effective than they were a decade ago. There's lots of scientific journals with research studies on drugs that are going into the cancer cells and destroying them. There's a lot of information that currently already exists that we have done the research on that we can feed into an AI system that could possibly lead to a cure for cancer or obviously there's multiple different types of cancer. So yeah, I do believe it could. I do believe it could. I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm not an engineer. What do they call themselves? I'm not a technologist. Guys, I can barely operate the stream, okay? You guys know. I can barely operate this stream without it going down. I push one button, everything gets fucked up. But from my point of view, I think we gotta do some shit. we gotta use AI for what it's meant to be for. All right, let's watch the video of JD Vance's scheme to put Donald Trump into a retirement home so that way he can take over, so that way his techno oligarch friends can, come in and have unfettered access to the White House. Let's watch this video. You guys let me know what you think. This is, by the way, this is Keith Edwards. JD Vance leaks Epstein files during dinner. Keith Edwards is a good dude.
Mike Johnson has now said that there is going to be no vote on releasing the Epstein files until after vacation, which, by the way, he started early so as to avoid Epstein's files.
Yeah, they went on vacation a week early, guys. A week early. They went on vacation. Why did they go on vacation a week early? Because they want a full month and a half to remove Trump's names from the files. That's why they want to go on vacation early.
Being released, being voted on. They have to vote on it. Mike Johnson has pushed the vote. We also have Pam Bondi, who is now saying she wants to talk to Jeffrey Epstein's ex, but it seems a little shady. And on top,
yeah, literally, we're not talking about let's let Ghislaine Maxwell come out and just speak about the files. They want to have conversations with Maxwell before she comes out to talk about these things. They just fired, so Alina Habba was just removed as the New York interim attorney, right? State attorney. They just fired the woman that they put in place of Habba after they removed her. And the Department of Justice, Pam Bondi, removed that woman because she didn't think that person agreed with Donald Trump. This is a dictatorship. They want to talk to Maxwell because they want Maxwell to get a commuted sentence for her silence or for her to implicate other people than Donald Trump. 100%.
on top of all of that, JD Vance is telling people he knows what are in the Epstein files. All of that coming right up. Let's get into Mike Johnson right now. Mike
Lux says, JD leaked the birthday card. Dude.
Johnson made this announcement saying that he's going to suspend the House until September. How nice to not have to work until September.
Dude, if you're a Trump supporter, Jesus Christ, man. How do you not look at this like they're taking a week extra vacation? Like, if you're a Trump supporter, you should be like, I want that information now, not tomorrow. There are Republicans on board with Democrats to vote to have those files released. Thomas Massey, multiple other Republicans. There's something like 10 or 11 Republicans right now that are willing to vote for the files to be for congressional to be moved to congressional approval to be looked at. Like, how fucking dumb are these people?
I love the poorly educated.
Jesus Christ.
No, but I as you all know, I speak to the president multiple times a day on a typical day, often, always.
Dude, he's so awkward.
And what I know about the president's heart on this is that he...
Did you say hard on? did you say that, Donald? What about this is Donald Trump hard on? I'll tell you this, guys. I'm not going to be either one of those dudes standing behind Mike Johnson. I'll fucking tell you that right now. If I was a part of Congress right now, I would be inching out of the view of the camera. Like, Mike Johnson would turn around and talk to me, and I would be ghosted. I'd be gone.
He agrees with everything I've said here today. He wants maximum transparency, but he's also very insistent that we do not subject people who have already been victims of unspeakable crimes to further public scrutiny. And
he's like, I have seen some videos. My son knows about that because the app that we have on our phone. So now he's seen some of those videos too.
It would be a very dangerous thing to put those people's names out or to do a release of information in a way that is haphazard where they could be easily unmasked. And so you have to be very careful about how you do that. I think we have a moral responsibility to do that. We have a moral responsibility to expose the evil.
Oh, yeah, fucking pound that desk, brother. We have a moral responsibility. Show them how mad you are, little Mike.
Of Epstein, and everybody was involved in that. Absolutely. And we're resolved to do it. But we also have an equal moral responsibility to protect the innocent. And that is a...
Bro. How long have you had them files? Dude, send them on over to me. I'll get those fucking victims' names redacted. I'll get all the shit that shouldn't be in there out of that. Send that over. I'll have it to you by Friday.
A fine needle to thread. And we could all give ourselves easy political cover and come...
Redong says Mike looks like the new host of Colbert's Late Show. Oh, brother. What if that's what he comes out and he's like, hello, I'm Stephen Colbert. He does look like a miniature version of Stephen Colbert. I'm sorry, Stephen Colbert.
Come out and do something in a haphazard fashion, but I would not be able to sleep at night because I know our legal responsibility. I understand what the legal standard is, but more than that, the moral standard, okay? So we're going to do this, and we're going to do it expeditiously. We're going to...
Right after we take vacation.
We do it the right way.
We're going to do it expeditiously, only we're going to actually not do it as fast as we could. They could literally voted on it today, but they decided to actually send everyone home instead of voting on it. That was all BS coming from Mike Johnson. Tim Burchett is trying to make a...
Dude, Tim Burchett's a weird motherfucker. He's the dadgummit guy. Tim Burchett was like, Donald Trump called me and he told me how much he liked me. He's a really cool dude. And dadgummit, he always comes out on top. Somehow he'll beat this. Like, are you actually rooting for one of the people in those files to come out clean on this? Are you rooting for him to hide the information about himself? Like, that is a fucking weird flex, brother. Like, Donald Trump's so good his name could be in the Epstein files and still somehow he'd come out looking clean as a whistle. Like, I don't think that's the take you want, brother. I don't think that's the one.
Make us forget about what's actually going on, which is that Donald Trump is the one who could decide whether or not these files come out literally today. Donald Trump took the full authority he had yesterday and released the MLK files.
Mm-hmm. Dude, how do people not see these are all distractions? The motherfucker flooded the zone. That's literally the name of it. Steve, you can watch so many videos where Steve Bannon says, we need to flood the zone. It's the fire hose. It's fucking Nazi shit. This is literally what you do with propaganda, is when somebody says something you don't like that could make you seem as though you have done something you weren't supposed to do, you flood the zone with other shit. Fucking it should be the Washington Redskins, not the Washington Commanders. And the Cleveland Indians also need to change their name back. Also, here's some MLK Jr. stuff. Also, Obama. Just so you guys know, Obama.
Obama.
Okay, Obama.
But he can't release the Epstein files. Now, we do have Tom Burchett here, who is saying that he is moving to the full committee to authorize and issue a subpoena to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Okay, and why? This is a weird-ass picture. What is this picture?
To appear for deposition. Now,
why is it written on the bottom of the page? What the fuck is this? This is like some secret note shit going on here.
That deposition is not going to be in front of the public. It's going to be behind closed doors. I think what they were going to do is they're going to try to find any information that she has in Donald Trump, make sure it never sees the light of day, and then also release any information that she does give them about people that Donald Trump thinks he could either blackmail or ruin. That's my thought about what they're going to do.
Yep.
Now, Alex Jones is in the news with...
Wait, what the fuck was that? Let's go back. Hold on. What was that?
Comedian. What they're going to do. Now...
What? He deleted it, but even Alex Jones knows it was staged. Crisis actor. Dude, did Alex Jones call Donald Trump a crisis actor? Oh my God, what is this timeline? Oh my God. Oh, that is so amazing. I think MAGA's broken. I don't know. They haven't received their marching orders. I mean, he might have brought him back in by saying Obama's name.
Alex Jones is in the news with comedian Tom Dillon, where Tom Dillon actually revealed that JD Vance knows what's in the Epstein files. Why is JD Vance telling a comedian this?
This is so dumb. It's the dumbest timeline. Who could have predicted, like 10 years from now? Well, first of all, that I would be up here dispensing the news to you guys. But also that, like, our news is now being filtered through the comedian podcasters, the most popular comedian podcasters. I mean, I guess it's kind of a good thing because at least they make us laugh at this fucking insanity.
When Bondi said we have 10,000 hours of video.
What was the date on that post? Let's take a look at that. Let's go back. What was the date on that post?
About what they're going to do.
The date on that post was 7/13/25, LB. That was only like 2 weeks ago, LB. That's a good call. That was only 2 weeks ago. Later, Bucket.
Now, Alex Jones is in the news with comedian Tom Dillon, where Tom Dillon actually revealed that JD Vance knows what's in the Epstein files.
Why does everybody know what's in the files, but they don't exist?
When Bondi said we have 10,000 hours of video, she said we have 10,000 hours of video. I had dinner last week with the vice president. He told me that was commercial pornography. They do not have videos of any powerful person in a compromising position.
Why would you even use that terminology? You know, we don't have any powerful people in a compromising position. If that were true, we all know that the only people that don't get held accountable for their crimes are wealthy people, powerful people. If those people that were in those videos were not people in powerful positions, they would already be in jail. They'd be on Megan's list. Bro, if you whip your dick out and piss in public, you will be on Megan's list by Thursday, tomorrow. I shit you not. But if you're a wealthy dude that shows it to children, you could survive a good decade or 2 or 3, maybe until the day you die, before people give 2 shits about whether or not you go to prison. That is such weird terminology.
That's the party powerful pornography. They do not have videos of any powerful person in a compromising position. That's the party line that they're going with. If that's the case, why would Pam Bondi call it evidence? Why would she say it's evidence? She's not an idiot. She's the attorney general. Why would she say shit?
I may disagree there. Just because somebody is an attorney general does not mean that they are not an idiot.
I love the poorly educated.
It's true.
There's 5
No, I think Pam Bondi is not very bright. But
good job,
let's keep
Keith.
going.
bills on her
I'm with that
desk.
too.
If none of these implicated anybody, it just feels like they're covering something for sure.
Oh, he's almost there. God, it's so fucking insane to watch these MAGA people be like, you know, it's weird that Trump just doesn't want to release these files, man. It's so weird that they won't just I don't understand why he won't do it. Like, do we need to fucking hit you in the face with the answer? Do you need that shit fucking branded on your forehead? He's in the files, dog.
100%. And I feel like they're telling a story, and the story doesn't make any sense.
It does
You
make
don't
sense.
say.
It does make sense. Unfortunately,
You watched that
you
live?
don't want to
Nice.
believe the story that is being told to
Oh
you,
my
which
God.
is that Donald Trump understands he's in these files. He doesn't want them released. He is having his goons throw up all these different types of accusations. And
Dude, I do think Carolyn Levitt deserves a Grammy. Carolyn Levitt definitely deserves a Grammy for how well she has done up there. If you had to put me in a position where I had to defend like my best friend, like if I had to defend my best friend and you put me up there like that, I couldn't have done it as well as Carolyn Levitt. I've been like, the dude needs to just maybe, come out here and talk to y'all himself because like, I don't think I'm doing this justice. I'm thinking, why don't I go get him? In fact, let me text him right now to tell his ass he needs to come up here and answer these questions because I can't help y'all. Look at them all wearing crosses too. Fucking dude. I know we all know about the Catholic Church and we all know about the cover-ups. Why is it always people wearing crosses? Jesus. And I mean that, Jesus, I'm talking to you, sir.
conspiracy theories instead of just releasing the files because he doesn't want to get in trouble. Now,
Grammys are for music? My bad, Dan. My bad. What is it, Golden Globe? They get a Golden Globe? I don't watch any of those shows.
now, Alex Jones, of course, is very distraught about this. Here he is crying about the fact that Donald Trump is covering up the Jeffrey Epstein case.
So I'm going to go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something.
What is up with Alex Jones' head? Look at, why has he got it looks like he's got a tumor. Is that just bad camera or does Alex Jones have a tumor on his head there? I mean, we talking top right above the ear there. That looks like a lump. He should have that checked out.
Physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now. It's because
Oscar, good job, guys.
Because I have integrity. And, I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good.
Dude. Oh, my God.
And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out.
Oh, Alex Jones saying he has integrity is truly one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard. Now,
Sandy Hook.
as I said, Johnson has shut down the House early.
Martin, you sure? You sure, Martin? Because that looks like a tumor to me. It might be a tumor.
To stop the Epstein vote, but that Epstein vote is going to happen. And Tom Massey said this. He says Americans were promised justice. Our binding bipartisan legislation to release the complete Epstein files now has 20 sponsors. Soon we can begin collecting signatures.
Could y'all stop tweeting about this shit? Like, that's probably why Mike Johnson, somebody was like, dude, did you see the tweet? And he's like, what tweet? And he's like, Thomas Massey says that they're going to vote on that shit. And he's like, okay, we're on vacation.
To force a public vote in the U.S. House. Is
Looks
your
like
member
my
on the
cousin.
list. And this has 250,000 views. It's incredible
harsh.
that Republicans and Democrats are aligned on this one thing. And as I said, this is going to happen. They're going to vote. They're going to wait until September. What they're actually doing, in my opinion, is they're dragging this thing out. So if they had a vote today, then we know the files are going to eventually get released. But because that is not taking place, folks like me are going to be able to talk about this from now until September. And there's going to be a drip.
Stop.
Like we just saw earlier this week where Donald Trump had written that very bizarre letter to Jeffrey Epstein.
Very bizarre.
All that stuff is going to keep coming out, and we've have all these clips coming out.
Dude, people are on it right now. People are on it.
That show that Donald Trump has a proclivity for very young women, if not girls. More of that's going to come out. So when Pam Bondi is saying, or she says she wants to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, saying Ghislaine has
Ghislaine.
information
Thank
about
you.
anyone who has committed crimes against victims, the FBI and DOJ will hear what she has to say. Therefore, at the discretion of Attorney General Bondi, I have communicated with counsel for...
Dude, can you say it any clearer for these fucking morons? She's going to sit down and talk to Ghislaine Maxwell. And if Miss Maxwell says to Pam Bondi, yeah, I'll say whatever you want me to say, she's going to get a commuted sentence. And if she says, no, fuck Trump, he's left me sitting in this fucking cell this long, I'm going to tell all, Pam Bondi's going to come back and go, yeah, Miss Maxwell didn't have much to say about the whole thing. So turns out, yeah, we're just not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Miss Maxwell determined whether she would be willing to speak with prosecutors from the department. I anticipate meeting with Maxwell in the coming days. I'm telling you, there is something fishy going on. There's something fishy going on.
Yeah, you
now,
think?
I alleged that it was actually Ghislaine who released these letters that apparently Jeffrey Epstein was sent from Donald Trump. I think she probably has a lot of...
Bro, what if that's what she's doing? That's a good call by Keith. What if that's what she's doing from prison? Her family is like getting a hold of people, or what if they have a fucking mound of evidence on this shit and they are slowly leaking it out to force Trump to commute her sentence? Dude, that's a good call by Keith Edwards.
Damning evidence against Donald Trump. So I don't know. Is this gearing up towards a pardon? Could that be what this is about? I have no idea.
That's exactly what I think it's about.
We can only speculate because the most transparent administration in American history won't tell us a goddamn thing. They know how to release the MLK files, but they can't touch the Epstein files. None of it makes sense. There's a lot of there. The right understands it. We understand it. We're going to keep pushing for it. If you want to continue following the story, subscribe here, like this video so more people see it, and I will see you next time.
Good video. Good video by Keith. Here, let's make sure we put Keith's channel in chat, because I don't know if all of you guys know about Keith. And I don't know why I'm always not subscribed. Like, I am always subscribed to all these channels, everything. Yeah, expose everyone. I don't give a fuck who's in those files. Everybody. Every single fucking one of them. Every one of them. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.